In order to repair an existing laminate floor, you'll need to first confirm that you have an adequate number of extra pieces to make the repair. The next step is removing the damaged pieces of flooring without disturbing the good ones. Begin at the nearest edge where you can access the damaged area. Here, that meant removing a door threshold and a few feet of shoe molding along an adjacent wall. Prying up from underneath at seam locations will often pop the joints loose, even if they're glued together like these. You'll need to remove enough boards to create an open space that will allow you to pull the damaged boards free from the good ones. Then you can tap the ends of the board at an angle to effectively pry them apart. In situations where a damaged piece is surrounded on both sides by good pieces, you'll need to cut the damaged piece in half. Use a circular saw set to exactly the depth of the flooring and cut up almost to the next seam. Score the seam with a utility knife and carefully tap in a chisel or pry bar to open up the end joint. Then you can lift up each half of the damaged piece to free it from the good piece. Once all of the damaged material is removed, sweep off the underlayment and begin installing the new pieces. We're using glue along the edges because that's what the manufacturer called for when this floor was new. The trickiest part of this repair is replacing those pieces that were removed from between two good pieces. You have to line up the tongue and groove on each side and slowly tap the new piece into position. The friction increases as more of the edges contact each other, so we're using a scrap from the old damaged board as a tap block to protect the end edge of the new piece. By putting the tongue of the tap block into the groove of the new piece, we can hit it forcefully without destroying the joint. When cuts are needed, it's important to pay attention to the orientation of the pieces so you have the tongue in and groove in the proper locations. When you near the wall piece, you will need to cut about a 1/4 inch short. Now, this is necessary for expansion and contraction, and it allows room to pry them back into position. Finally, you're reinstalling thresholds and shoe molding.